morning. How are you guys today? We got up at 6. Oh my god, that clock rings way too early. I am 6 o'clock is gonna take some getting used to, but we're gonna do it. And my son was not happy. He does not like getting up when it's dark, but we'll work on that too. Got him to school. Oh, thank God for that. Now I'm home. So, as you may have known, last week was rough, incredibly rough. Full moon, hardcore period, emotions going bonkers, breakdown, cracking open. It was horrible. Breaking is never fun, when my emotions come out. It's not my favorite place to be sometimes. But I have learned to not run or to not. I used to just work. When I was full of emotion that did not fit into what I should be, I would work. I'd go to work and I'd push it in, make lots of money and ignore it. And it would go away. And I could continue onwards. Well, having left this house, rented it out, gone to India, traveled the world, now being a single mom, back in this house, I no longer run from emotion. I face it. And it's not easy. It is work. But now I've got people around me and I've got tools that are allowing me to figure stuff out. A lady that I went to her women's circles in Medellin in Colombia. She's a very amazing woman. She introduced me to Women Who Run with Wolves book, which showed me a huge part of my life and helped me really understand the wild woman archetype. And I'm learning to embrace that. Has introduced me to another book, Code Red, about charting your cycles. Yes, guys, I'm going to start talking about a lot more women stuff, so you're welcome to log off. Know your flow, unlock your monthly superpowers, and create a bloody amazing life, period. I'm at page 68 of this book, and wow. Sometimes I wonder, I've done so much work on myself since 2004. Read thousands of books, listened to lots of podcasts, talked to many, many amazing women. And I've heard, bits and pieces about, charting your flow and your period has so much to say about you, etc., etc. But it wasn't until now that something said, okay, let's read this book. So thank God for Amazon. It got delivered to my house a few days later. And now I'm putting time aside. Spent time this weekend just reading it. Wow. Okay, new thing to start doing. But I want to be in flow. I know what it's like to be in flow. And one thing I find here in America, it's harder for me to stay in flow. So, guess what? And what she says makes sense. We've got 29 days, 28 days of the cycle. And she says each part of every day of that cycle tells us something about ourselves, where we're going to be with our energy and with if we want to be out, extroverted or introverted. So if I can figure this out in advance and kind of have an idea of, okay, this is going to be this day. Okay, chances are very, very high I'm going to be much more extroverted because it's in the, after my period. So I'm going to be in a lot more masculine energy. Shoot, let's know this. The lady who was talking about this book, she said she knows on day 8, before her period, she turns into a raging lunatic. She doesn't trust anybody. And she's just the whole world's against her. She said, but if she knows it. So she gets up and says, oh, it's day 8. Okay, I'm going to be a raging lunatic today. Wouldn't that be amazing? To have a great idea of what your emotional level is going to be for that day. So, I'm jumping on board with this. Going to give it a whirl. She's talking about when you have your period, and she has this whole thing about, like right now, I just had my period during the full moon. And what she said, it's amazing. She said, that means you need to start talking to the collective. She goes, it's time to start teaching and sharing your knowledge. It's like, holy crap. Okay, I hear ya. So, One more thing Joy's going to start talking about. I'm going to talk a lot more about being a woman and how I'm taking everything that I know and everything that I'm learning and how I'm going to start incorporating it into my daily practice of being a single mom and being a woman who works for herself and being a woman here in America. Because I think in America we've got a lot more to work against. I'm going to learn how to change that. I was going to say something different, but then I came up with working against, which isn't perfect, but it's, again, the words of our mouth dictate our lives. So I woke up, did my affirmations, took my kid to school, had a wonderful walk. Now it's time to get to work. Good morning, Deborah. How are you doing, pretty lady? It's good to see you on here. Let's see. I don't know who else is on here. It varies on and off. Y'all have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. Would love to, anybody's up for reading this book with me, we could talk about it. Completely let me know. I'd love to read it with somebody and have somebody to bounce different ideas and thoughts over. Hello, Nikki. How are you? So, gonna attack the office. It's gonna be a great day, though. Lots of love to y'all. Take care. Bye.